We chose Breckenridge because of the impeccable snowmelt water up here. The reservoirs are just full of this beautiful mineral-rich water that adds incredible mouthfeel. It's a perfect fermenting medium. It's just a really outstanding and pristine water source, and you can't make good hooch without great water. Well, we started out to make malt whiskey, and we all love malt whiskey. We did start making that in the beginning, and fortunately malt whiskey takes a number of years to age up, and we got a little tired of standing around looking at our whiskey and barrel and not getting to drink any of it. So very traditional American whiskey style of bourbon ages much faster, and so we thought we'd make a little bit of that, see how it turns out. And lo and behold, it turned out very well, and everybody loved it, and now about 80% of our production is dedicated to the bourbon, and I'm afraid the single malt's just going to have to wait. We start with sweet yellow corn that comes out of the Midwest, and unmalted rye and a small amount of modified barley. These three grains are added to a kettle and cooked at a high temperature until they break down and the starches are available. The barley then acts upon them with an enzyme which converts those starches into sugars. We then add a selected yeast strain, and the yeast converts those sugars into ethanol, into alcohol, which takes about 4 to 5 days for this process to finish up, and then goes into our 600-gallon Vendome pot still and gets distilled twice. And after the second distillation, we yield a product that's quite tasty and about 140 proof. We dilute that back with some good old unfiltered Breckenridge water, and we put them into barrels at 115 proof. Every year we've taken a number of medals for the bourbon and the vodka both. We finally started getting some recognition for some of our newer products, the spiced rum and the bittersweet liqueur, which is our Breckenridge bitters. We've finally expanded the production room. We've doubled capacity on our fermenters and our kettle and cooking capabilities. So we're making twice as much as we were last year. Well, we bottle, we still bottle, we always have since we opened, with volunteers, local, and increasingly we're getting them from further and further away. We've had people come from Denver for a long time, but we've actually had people sign up and plan trips to come here and do bottling parties. We start around 6 o'clock, and we can bottle about 2,500 bottles in an evening. The website has pretty much all the information about what we're doing lately, any events coming up, www.breckenridgedistillery.com.